We built industrial parks, we built office buildings, we built medical buildings, but you know, this is really, it came out better than I thought.
So we're sitting in now with a building that's called the River House. Just tell me, how many apartments are here and what's the square footage of commercial space available? And then walk me through the other buildings as well.
It's 206 apartments. We finished this in, actually, the rest of the project was still under construction, but August of this past year. Retail is about 43,000 square feet plus or minus, but we're over 70% occupied already. It's way ahead of our projections. But we've been able to really attract a very diverse tenant base, and we're getting everybody from the young millennials to CEOs of companies to, and I don't want to get into who lives here, but, and then you've got the empty nesters.
And then to what extent do you have feelers out or letters of interest to fill the other ground floor commercial space in this building?
On this building, we've got a couple people we're talking to right now. Some we turned down because we want it to be the right mix. We're very comfortable making sure that we want everybody to fit and complement with each other. What we're doing right now on the northern side here is we're actually creating almost like an internal mall so that we can do smaller shops where people want to get started. We'll do one more restaurant. We don't want to compete with Druthers. We don't want to compete with Shaker and Vine. So I think we'll just do 3 restaurants here. So once people see the harbor open, once people see some of the entertainment we're planning on the harbor, Druthers will be open, then you're going to start seeing more interest on the retail side. But retail's not easy in today's environment.
So it's interesting that you're able to attract the retail users, because in some ways this project reminds me of Ellsworth Commons in Malta, only in the sense that you've got a brand new market with residential on the upper floors, retail on the first floor. And as you know, they've had a lot of trouble filling that space over the years.
It's a challenge.
Right. So they cannot just rely on the people living upstairs to get tenants, retail tenants down below, right? Because the retail needs to draw from a much larger radius. So what is the difference here that you're able to overcome that challenge?
And we haven't overcome it yet. We're getting there, but if we were full and had a waiting list, then we've overcome it.
Okay.
But I'm very confident of that we will fill it.
Okay.
But with the difference there, and it's a nice project up in Ellsworth Commons, but they are not within a city. You got to remember, we have 1,100 people working at the casino alone on site. We'll have 400 people living here, 350 people living here. You'll have, Golub has 800,
about
700,
600 now.
600 people working across the street. Alice Hospital, which is 3/4 of a mile away, has 3,300 employees. You've got GE, which is less than a mile away with 4,000.
So you've got the bodies.
I mean, this is a city. I mean, what people don't realize is Schenectady has, in their downtown, put the state workers aside, that Albany does a nice job on that. We've got the most private sector employees working here.
It's interesting for me, because I think Mohawk Harbor this way. It's in Schenectady, but in some ways it's not of Schenectady. And what I mean by that is, like, it's a self-contained unit. Somebody could live here, go to their job somewhere else, and really doesn't need to do anything else in the city beyond what's contained at Mohawk Harbor.
But you're right. You can come here, not go anyplace. You can go to the casino if you wanted to go, but you're far enough away, so you're not living at it. It's kind of interesting until you sit here and look at how far the casino is away, and it's probably almost 3/8 of a mile. So it's walkable if you want to walk. You don't have to leave. I mean, certain people get rid of the car. I mean, and you're going to have the bike path now. So even if you worked in downtown, think about taking a bike to work. It's less than a mile. So it's one of those where you do the rent-a-bike program. Same thing with the trolley. I mean, we've got a lot of GE people that live here, and you're less than a mile away from work.